Breaded chicken is on the menu today for those of you who are tuning into our little channel, and if you haven't tuned into the channel yet, it's all about longevity, staying long. I'll hand you over to Katrina, take it away.
Okay, so breaded chicken wouldn't be a sort of classified as a healthy meal as such, but the way I see it is my family craves sometimes, you know, a bit of fast food or whatever, and this is a better alternative. And I think that you know, for a lot of families, if they did this instead of going to the supermarket and buying the chicken nuggets or the ready-made stuff, they'd be way better off. So longevity starts even in your childhood. And just for the fun of it, I'm going to show Frank how to do it. And if Frank can do it,
Can't wait.
you can do it. So here we go. So what Frank is going to do, he's going to dip some chicken in. This is 2 beaten eggs here with a bit of salt. And then he's going to roll, this is just plain breadcrumbs, roll his chicken and pat this down into the breadcrumbs, and that's it. So that's how simple it is to prepare. You'll go, Frank?
My turn, here we go. Doesn't matter which one I get it.
Yeah, I chopped up, that chicken came from my butcher. I always get it from the butcher rather than the supermarket. Obviously, the ideal would be...
This is the yucky bit now.
The premium sort of level would be organic chicken. This isn't organic chicken, but I know where my chicken comes from because my butcher has his supplier in the farm in Clonakilty. So that's good enough. And they've rolled it in, and then
there,
that's it.
One again.
And if for those of you, especially you guys in America, you know some probably more interesting recipes to put some spices and things in your breadcrumbs, which makes it more interesting. We're just having it plain here, and that's what you do.
Well, what do you reckon? Am I doing okay?
Yeah, you're doing great, Frank. Well done.
If I can do it, if I can do this, lads, anybody can. How long would it take to do this now?
I think we might do a time lapse on the rest then. Everybody will be here waiting.
I know,
forever.
but the reason why people don't do it, it takes too much time. That's the excuse, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. But it's not that bad actually. And you can prepare this ahead of time. You could get all of these ready. Make sure you put all the breadcrumbs in there, Frank. Look.
Oh, I see. Right.
Yeah, you've got to make sure it's all. It doesn't take that long to do. So you could do this in the morning and then come home and then fry it in the evening. Just leave them in the fridge, obviously.
Well, what do you reckon, lads? Do you reckon I'll be kept?
Well done.
I'll be kept on here. I could get a full-time job with this. No, there you go.
Okay, there you go. Okay, so we're ready to fry. Here are the chicken goujons or chicken fillets, breaded fillets that Frank prepared. Here is sunflower oil in a frying pan, and I've got about, I'd say it's about a couple of centimeters in depth, and it's been heating. I don't want to overheat it. If I overheat it, then it breaks down the oil, which can be dangerous if you're eating that all the time, because breaking down the oil, you can get things called free radicals, which you do not want in your body. They're the things that damage your cells or damage your DNA, and that causes cancer. And that's why you should avoid sometimes eating from a chipper regularly, because they may not change their oil fairly frequently, and that ends up with an oil with a lot of these free radicals, so it's not ideal. And here I have a dish with some kitchen roll, which will absorb any excess fat after I've fried. So I'm just going to put, I think my oil is hot enough. We'll soon see. It's not quite hot enough. It needs to be heated a bit more. We'll get back to you when it's hot enough. It looks like it's hot enough now, so I'm just going to gently lower my chicken fillets in. And I bet everybody will ask me, how long do you do this for? And I don't know what the time is. I just do it by vision. When it looks nice and golden on both sides, that's pretty much cooked. So we're just going to leave these fry, and then I turn them around, and it will be in here at least a few minutes. You can see now they're going nice and golden. I've already taken 2 out. This one is a bit thicker, so I'm giving this one a bit more time. But I timed it. It's approximately 5 minutes to cook. So here we are, our chicken is now all cooked up, it's nice and golden. We now dividing up the food onto the plates, depending on which member of the family. In our family, this is what I do, so it's roughly divided like this. Let's just say I did put this plate into quarters. I'm going to put carbs roughly here, okay, in 1/4. And sometimes for the children, I'd extend it a bit more. If it was me and Frank, our portion of carb wouldn't be much more than that. So then you've got your proteins. Your protein could be here and here, okay? And then we got fiber and roughly a bit more. So I'd try and veer more on fiber here and little less carb, basically. So here we got, for example, one of the kids' plates. There's their protein, there's their fiber, and the vegetables. And here we got the basmati rice, about 1/4 of the dish. I mean, a lot of people would eat this fried food with chips, and half the portion would be chips and the fried food. We don't really do that in our household. I think that's just a bit too much fry. I think this is okay. You know, it's got fat isn't bad for you, but I wouldn't overdo it. Then you really are taking in too many calories. Here's Frank's dish, and as you can see, he really will have half the plate full of his vegetables, and then his protein and some fats on the other side, trying to minimize the carbs.
Yeah, like I wouldn't be as disciplined as this. This is obviously for the camera, but I would eat a fair bit of vegetables. There was a guy called Karl Whitfield. He runs a company called Mother Nature's Diet, or he did back then, and he really got me into this here because he had a really good angle on the nutrition, and it took me a while to get into this type of thing. Before, for me, it was just come in from work, in from the classes, eat whatever was going, like eat this first. There was no order, but I'm a bit more disciplined with it now. I'll try to eat the salad first, and then I'll try to eat the protein, and I'll eat the carbs last, if anything. This was another little knack that I picked up off this lady here. This lady is known as the Glucose Goddess. You might have seen her on YouTube, and that to me was a game changer. Now, this is a pretty heavy book, you know, like it's for guys if you're, you know, down the line with your nutrition, but she just gives simple little hacks, as she calls them, little tricks that pushes you on a little bit. And one great one that I found was a real good one. Here's a bit of olive oil and a bit of apple cider vinegar, and there's a few bits of chopped garlic in there as well. And I drizzle that over the top there, like this, like that. And that really, if you eat that first, that's what she recommends. Eat that bit first, and then it really sustains you.
It stops you getting glucose spikes. So if you are eating carbs in your meal, her recommendation is eat your vegetables first with your apple cider vinegar and maybe a bit of olive oil. Then eat your proteins, and finally eat your carbs. Like that keeps your blood sugar more stable than having a sudden glucose spike, which is really the root problem of everything these days as people become diabetic more and more readily.
So that's it, another one from the longevity channel. So will AI beat us to longevity? I don't know. Will I be just a hologram, or will we turn into hologram soon? I don't know. But if you're liking the longevity channel, and if you have any requests or anything like that, we don't know all the answers, but we will try our best. Thank you very much, and God bless everybody.